Hey guys, welcome back to Canon Cinema. I'm Amanda, otherwise known as AMX ND Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Today I will be reviewing the new Netflix film, The Mitchells versus the Machines. And man, oh man, Lord and Miller produced this film, guys, and they sure as hell did not disappoint. This movie was awesome. It was just so much fun from beginning to end. Such a great family film, and I just loved every second. It was funny, it was charming, it was heartfelt, and it was action-packed. And the animation, guys, it was beautiful. I need more films from Sony Animation Studios because it's just beautiful work and it's exciting. And it has the kid-friendly flashiness, but also deals with such beautiful emotional moments. And I really do think that Lord and Miller just bring both of those aspects together so incredibly well. So let's jump into this review. So we have a young aspiring filmmaker named Katie Mitchell, played by Abby Jacobson, who embarks on a road trip with her parents, Rick, played by Danny McBride, and Linda, played by Maya Rudolph, her younger brother Aaron, played by Michael Rianda, and her beloved dog, who's so cute. I love him, to start her first year at film school. During their family bonding time, things take a turn for the worst as the world's electronic devices come to life to stage an uprising. The Mitchells are the only ones who can save everyone and the planet from the new tech revolution. First and foremost, this film was originally called Connected, and from the very first moments we see that everyone is connected to technology, to the internet, to social platforms. No matter how you look at it, we are all attached to the technology. We really are. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing at the same time, but we have to take it in moderation because it does help us get through so much. And look, I'm stating my opinion to people on the internet, and we're interacting and we're having those conversations. So that in itself is such a beautiful thing, and we get to see that. And what we get to see in The Mitchells versus the Machines is the fact that young Katie is an aspiring filmmaker, and she makes these like short films from scratch with whatever she has at home. And as creatives in this online space, we can totally relate to her. And I think that is why I connected with this so much. I think that's why many of my friends connected with this so much. It's because we've all gone through it. We've all gone through being in a position where we want to try something new and try to find our identity and grow as a person on our own individually. And sometimes people can hold us back, or they don't understand what we're going through. And that's what we get with Katie, with her parents, is that she's trying to become a filmmaker and go to school to become a filmmaker. And her parents, sometimes they don't support her. And then there's these really hard hitting, conversations and emotional conversations between her and her dad, especially, which I really felt because I'm so close with my father, and it's really hard to watch these films sometimes because I have such a great relationship with my dad, and you want to see the same relationship on screen represented as well. Side note, that's why I love Ant-Man so much, because it's such a beautiful display of a father-daughter relationship, but that's entirely besides the point. Anyways, I am a sucker for a father-daughter relationship, and that is what happens in this film. So what we see is the fact that her father and Katie are at odds because of her going away, because her father doesn't necessarily understand where she's coming from with her dreams and aspirations, her career path. He doesn't get it because he doesn't understand her generation, our generation. He doesn't get it. And obviously he still wants to be that support system for her and be there for her. And that's something that we see in The Mitchells versus the Machine. Is what's so beautiful about it is the fact that there are flashbacks with young Katie and her father, and that they were literally inseparable and they would do everything together. And there's these great home videos of that, and you show these flashbacks through the home videos, and that's where Katie gets all of this inspiration, her work ethic, all of that comes from her dad without her even realizing it. And I think that that's such great writing. It's just so beautiful and heartfelt, and that is the glue of this film. This family road trip is all about Katie kind of reconnecting with her family before she leaves for good. That's the glue of this whole thing, and you see in every single scene that she's struggling to want to reconnect with her family, but at the same time there's a piece of her that needs to go venture out on her own and find herself. And at the same time, she knows deep down inside that she is going to miss them, especially her kid brother, who's absolutely adorable and obsessed with dinosaurs. It was so cute. I just really appreciated that level of writing and that storytelling and bringing everything together in that way through a family road trip. The other thing that happens in this film, which makes sense in regards to what Katie's career path is, because it's always on the computer, it's always on the phone, it's always like filmmaking and YouTube and all of that stuff, and it's all technical aspects. It makes sense as to why that this is also a part of the film, and it's crucial for the parents to understand how much technology means to everyone and how necessary technology is in the world in order to advance in life in any field. So that's what this shows as well. And even though we are dependent on technology, it still helps us move forward in everything we do. So there are incredible lessons to be learned about technology and moderation, and how to really just take a step back even though you're going through your own thing, and understand that your parents are there for you through everything, and they do support you. And even though they disagree with certain things, you are becoming your own person. And I think they're acknowledging that, and that's what you see in the film, is that they still see you as like this 5-year-old who you would play with and like sing songs with and do like everything with, and you've grown into this completely other person. So they're also trying to adapt. Not only are you trying to find your way, but your parents are trying to adapt. They're like, this was my child, and now she has a mind of her own and doing whatever she wants to do and really just working for it. We're looking at it both ways, and that's what The Mitchells versus the Machines does so well, is that it explores the parents adapting to the life changes that she's going through, and it shows the way Katie's adapting to her own life changes in really remembering what it means to be a kid first and an adult second. And I think that's something that we all have to look at as well, because even though we want to adult, a lot of us don't want to. I'm gonna be quite honest, adulting is terrible. It's so bad. We don't want this life, but we have to do it. We have to remember that we're all kids once, all of us. So on the other side of this, I really just took a deep dive into the meaning of this film, but the animation, oh my God, the animation was just so beautiful to look at. It's exactly like Into the Spider-Verse, obviously because it is Lord and Miller and it is a Sony Animation Studios production, but what? It was just so flashy, and it really just utilized all the social media platforms. It really utilized the memes and everything that go around and kind of integrated it. What I really loved is that Katie and her brother Aaron, they had this little thing where they would, like fist bump each other and then go roar, and then roar would appear at the top of it because he loved dinosaurs. It's so cute. But like like little things like that, it was really adorable. You had them making films while they were on the road trip, and it was just so inventive. It was so great. You had everyone's perspective, and it was really well done. I was just blown away by this film. I really enjoyed it, and it's so great for the whole family. You're gonna recognize some voices with the evil robots that turn good at the end of it. And I was listening to it, and I'm a huge Saturday Night Live fan, huge SNL fan. So I was listening to it, like, I know these voices. And then I Googled it. I'm like, oh my God, it's Beck Bennett and Fred Armisen. And it was just perfect duo. They were so fun. And then the final action sequence was really really strong. Again, the flashiness of everything and the pacing and the action just flowed so well together, and it just worked. This movie was such a good movie, such a great family road trip that we really didn't know we needed. And I'm just so happy it exists. It was so great. Michael Rianda, thank you for directing this film. The Mitchells vs. the Machines is by far one of the best films that I've seen this year. It's just so much fun for the whole family, and I hope you guys enjoy the film. It comes out April 30th on Netflix. Do not miss this. It is great. I loved it so much. Oh, it was such a great film. Well, if you guys enjoyed this review, please like and subscribe. You can always find me over at AMX NDA Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Come join in on the conversation. I love talking about movies, TV shows, and everything under the sun. I'll catch you guys later. Keep watching movies.